Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports and Songs Podcast. This is season 6, episode number 26. Andy, we're halfway through the season. This is the Songs edition tonight.
Yes.
Songs edition. So we'll do an album review, talk music, and get into the whole deal. Tonight, we have one of the favorites here. One of a band artist that we like. Both of us like.
Yep.
It's Ronnie James Dio. So we're going to get into some Dio tonight. And here's the album. Dream Evil. So this was 1987, right? 1987. We were in high school. This came out. Pretty good stuff. This is basically my first introduction to Dio as a new release, listening to this. The other ones I've had, before, and I had friends that like this kind of stuff, and I've seen Dio in concert a couple times, but I like this one. This is the fourth studio album by American heavy metal band Dio, released July 1987. It's the first album without Vivian Campbell, who left the band. And here's who's in the band. They got two guys from Rough Cut. I didn't know that at the time. They got Craig Goldie on guitar and Claude Schnell on keyboards, both from Rough Cut, that entered the fray here with Dio. So they had the bass, Jimmy Bain on the bass, Vinny Appice on drums, Ronnie James Dio on the vocals, and that's the personnel. It's a good group. Dio's always got the keyboards and things like that. So I think that's fair. They do it in a good way. I'm not typically a big keyboard fan, but Dio stuff, it's them. It's Dio signature. Stuff. So this also includes the singles "All the Fools Sailed Away" and I could have been a dreamer. Dio's Dream Evil was Dio's last album to feature the mascot Murray. So check out the album cover there. There's Murray in the background in the mirror in the window. It's Murray. I didn't know this was the last time they featured him. And so going forward, they didn't have Dio, Murray on the Dio album covers, but this was the last one that had him. There's the little girl sleeping in bed for the Dream Evil sequence with all the various different scary things under the bed. Very good album. Very, very opposite of this, but it's got a lot of good lyrical content that's in this. Let's see. It's the last album to feature drummer Vinny Appice until the 1993 album Strange Highways. I didn't know that either.
I forgot that one, yeah.
Yeah, so this was 1987. Recorded at the Village Recorder in LA. The genre is heavy metal and pop metal.
Nope.
Now, do you get pop metal, Andy?
Nope. I think the reason they probably said that is maybe because of MTV, and that's about it.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. This is heavy. I listened to it again today. It's very good. It's hard rock, and it's got some. It's got some metal, and it's considered, I guess, in some parts heavy metal. Some of it's got some, there's some speed metal in there too, some thrashing a little bit.
Yeah.
But very good on the label Warner Brothers. All right, here's the track listing: Night People. And a lot of these themes are dealing with the night, is what Dio does. A lot of the bad, the Satan, the devil gets his meaty little fingers into anything going on at night, and so that's what this is about: waking yourself up with these lyrics to avoid those things. Night People is song 1. Song 2 is Dream Evil. Song 3 is Sunset Superman. Sunset Superman lyrics there, I think, basically about the devil himself. All things basically that are evil happen at night, and all those things relating back to the devil and evil things seem to always take place at night. Basically, the devil's a sunset Superman. Once the sun goes down, he's out there. And song 4, a song, All the Fools Sailed Away. Basically a Christian, this could be a Christian rock song right here. All the Fools Sailed Away. You have to pick up these lyrics. It takes a couple times to get what he's getting at here, but it's very in-depth stuff that he's talking about. The song next is Naked in the Rain. about people feeling vulnerable. About the most vulnerable you could be is, I guess, Naked in the Rain. Song 6 is Over Love. Over Love. Another song about youth, young kids, teenagers in love, and they overdo it. And typically, I think the lyrics there are dealing with raised in a family or a home with no love. The kids get out there and then they overdo it to compensate, and they find themselves in a bad relationship again. So he's touching on a lot of things here. Song 7 is I Could Have Been a Dreamer. Song 8, Faces in the Window. Song 9, When a Woman Cries. So get nine songs here, 43 minutes, Andy. I like this. It moves along quick. There's no, instrumentals. They had 2 singles released. I Could Have Been a Dreamer and All the Fools Sailed Away. Both were very popular radio airplay, right? Go ahead.
Yep.
Okay, were you going to say something?
I was going to say the one thing about Dio that we, if you listen to other shows here, is we always say, hey, we like these songs, they're quick, they're do. This is kind of against our likes, but they're all about 7-8 minute songs, some of the longer songs, but they're still good. They keep moving. It's like this, they're dragging it on. So yeah, it's only 9 songs. That's 50 minutes, but they're a little longer, but they're good. Yeah.
There's no
like the shorter songs.
They don't have any 2, 3-minute songs. They're up there in length. All the Fools Sailed Away is 7 minutes and 10 seconds long, and that's kind of their ballad. You know what I got from listening to that? It seems to be, and this was released in '87. It kind of seems to be the equivalent of the Led Zeppelin "Stairway to Heaven."
Yes,
how it rolls on, and it's got, it's the musical content is huge. And so they brought in for that, the additional musicians they brought in the Mitchell Singing Boys to do the chorus on All the Fools Sailed Away. So that's a boys chorus there. If you listen to that song again in the background, and once again, the music here between the drum, the bass, the guitar, the keyboards, the vocals. I'm not going to go as far as to saying this is a masterpiece, but very good musically.
Right.
Very good album. So let's see. Ronnie James Dio produced it. They gave the cover illustration is by an artist, Steve Houston. Steve Houston's the artist, and they give away a cover model as Amanda Shandell, the cover model. So Andy, that's still a cartoon, right? That's an image, created image, but they give credit to the cover model. I thought that was interesting, but a very good album. 1987. Dio was in his prime. This, along with many others, did not do well on the charts. I mean, I don't think most albums didn't even go gold for Dio. I mean, they were not going double, triple platinum, but the true fans were seeing them, going to the shows, buying the albums, lots of work. They always had great album covers for Ronnie James. And the late Ronnie James passed away in, I think, 2010. But I've seen Dio once in a large, I think Target Center or Excel, a large arena. And then once at, I believe it was the Quest, when he released Lock Up the Wolves or Killing the Dragon, one of those. I saw him in a smaller venue. But the little guy, the man with the golden throat, they call him.
Yes.
Former Black Sabbath guy, but that's
and
what.
And
Rainbow. What, Deep Purple also?
Touch it.
So good stuff. That's the album for tonight. There's the album cover, Dio Dream Evil. That's 1987. Worth the listen. Good stuff. In-depth lyrics, in-depth topics. It had me thinking kind of like almost Tool is more recently with the lyrical content of dealing with uncomfortable topics, but Dio does it good. That's all I've got. Anything else on Ronnie James for tonight?
No, just one big plug for the part 2 episode that's on Spotify only. I'll just say this: Happy Motorhead Day.
Lemmy.
Happy Motorhead Day.
So That's Lemmy the Rainbow Room down in Hollywood was his hangout, right? Lemmy. All
One of
right.
those
Well,
places, yeah.
we'll give that a listen. Once again, leave any comments if you have this album. If you have any questions about it, Dio and his grandmother came up with that, right?
Yep.
To fend off the
That's what
evil. It's the Ronnie James Dio sign.
Yep.
Very good. Very good guy. All right. Thanks. See you all next week.
See ya.